Good evening, and welcome to Weird-O-Rama. I am your host, Victor von Psychotron, and all of us at Weird-O-Rama will always strive to bring you the creepy.
This radio message from Emperor Ming was just handed to me. Prince Baron, you presently will have a demonstration of the means at my command to punish your allegiance to my enemies, the Earthmen. When you see your wastelands burn, think what will happen to your castle and your forests.
The strange.
Interplanetary overdrive on?
And, of course, the weird.
Hello, TJ.
Yeah, Tom, go ahead.
Look, what's taking you so long? Get up on the bridge.
Oh, give me a chance, will you? I just unstrapped myself from the bunk.
Tonight we have another double feature for you, all of it science fiction themed. We'll have 2 more episodes of the cliffhanger serial, Flash Gordon Conquers the Universe. And we'll have an episode of Tom Corbett, Space Cadet, and Space Patrol. Not the live-action Space Patrol show, but an animated marionette show from England called Space Patrol, also known as Planet Patrol. It's a lot of fun. You'll enjoy it. So, lock all of your doors and windows. Turn off all of your lights. Sit back, have a cup of tea, and enjoy our latest double feature.
Today, the famous Kraft TV cameraman focuses on outer space for another exciting adventure in the world beyond tomorrow.
Control deck to all stations. Stand by to raise shift. Blast off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0!
Caramels, the delicious quick energy treat, presents Tom Corbett, Space Cadet, starring Frankie Thomas. This is the age of the conquest of space, where today Tom Corbett and his unit mates are assigned to a punishment detail that brings them face to face with the monster of space.
January 12th, excessive speed through controlled space lane. January 23rd, reckless maneuvering while in formation. February 17th, blast off from Venusport without proper clearance. March 11th, buzzing the Ganymede space station.
That last one was my fault,
No, sir, it was my fault. I was the one to blame, Captain.
I'm not interested in who's to blame. You're a cadet unit, and you share the responsibility for each other's mistakes. And this is quite a collection of mistakes. Getting to be real hot jets, aren't we, huh? All 3 of you. Well, maybe something ought to be done to cool down those jets. Something like a month of cargo detail. That ought to dampen your rockets.
Cargo details.
A month, sir?
Yeah, a whole month?
A whole month, Thistle. And this is a long month. Any remarks?
No, sir.
All right. Now, as you know, a cargo ship moves on a rigid schedule and in controlled space lanes. The function is to maintain a constant schedule and course. Now, maybe this ought to teach you some discipline.
I'm sure it will, sir.
Well, I hope it does. Because I don't want to hear of 1 second deviation in the schedule or 1 degree deviation in the course in the next 30 days.
31, sir.
What?
Yeah, a long month, sir.
We understand, Captain Strong.
Well, I hope you do. All right. Now, Cadet Corbett, you may proceed to the dispatcher's office and pick up your flight plan for the trip to Venus.
Aye, aye.
Dismissed. I said he was dismissed. Now, maybe that's what's the matter with you two. Maybe you don't hear your orders clearly. Astro, the Polaris is being loaded right now. You may pick up the manifest at the quartermaster's office.
Aye, aye, sir.
Dismissed. And Cadet Thistle.
Yes, sir.
New astrogation charts have just been issued. You can get a complete set at Spaceport Control.
Yes, sir.
Dismissed.
Hey, Tom, have you seen our cargo manifest?
No, and I don't want to either. This flight plan is bad enough.
Why, what's the matter with it?
Oh, look at this schedule. Why, I could get out and push the Polaris faster than this.
Oh, well, it may be a slow trip, but I think it's going to be an interesting one. Take a look at the manifest.
Well, just ordinary cargo for Venus.
Here. You call that ordinary cargo?
Why, great jumping Jupiter.
Now, it strikes me that TJ ought to handle this particular item.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
Now, let's face it, Tom. 70% of the blasting that Captain Strong gave us was because of TJ.
Well, we haven't exactly been angels ourselves.
Well, no, but compared to him, we're wearing halos. Now, I think that this little job cut him right down to size.
He wouldn't like it.
Can you think of a better reason for having him do it?
All right. I'll have him report to you below.
Good.
Hello, TJ. TJ, on the ball. There's some cargo to be secured below for blast-off. Tag, you're it.
Come on, TJ, get a move on. Hey, what's the matter with your foot?
Oh, watch that first step. It's a little...
It's all right?
Yeah, my back is killing me.
Look, we got to secure this cargo before blast-off.
We already have, haven't we?
There's more in the bunk room.
The bunk? Oh, that's fine. Where do we sleep?
Maybe we don't. Uh-oh.
What now?
You're going to have to do this yourself. You see, it's almost time for blast-off, and I have to go heat up the reactor.
Oh,
I can't help it, TJ, but this'll be easy. I'm sure you can handle it yourself.
Thanks, but nothing. They got in here the crown jewels. Yes, you guys.
We'll be back soon with more of today's exciting adventure. But first, a few thoughts about Kraft caramels. Wouldn't it be swell if you had a bowl of Kraft caramels right near the TV set so you could help yourself right now? Why don't you ask Mother to get some? These chewy, soft vanilla or chocolate caramels are favorites with everybody. Folks love their rich, true caramel flavor that comes from the extra care and extra fine ingredients that Kraft uses. For there's a pint and 2/3, nearly a quart of wholesome milk in every single pound of Kraft caramels. So you see, here's one candy that's actually good for you. It's easy for Mother to buy Kraft caramels when she does her regular marketing. No extra stops. Because candy counters everywhere feature Kraft caramels in half-pound or pound bags. You can buy Kraft caramels in this famous nickel bar. 6 luscious, chewy, soft Kraft caramels for only 5 cents. Or get 5 nickel bars wrapped together. This is the new Thrifty Family Pack of delicious, chewy, soft Kraft caramels, the candy everybody likes.
That's There's a gorilla in there.
A gorilla?
Oh, no, he's a big one. He's a monster. He's going to rip me apart.
Well, that's funny. There's no gorilla on the manifest.
I don't care what's on the manifest. I know what's in there.
Oh, wait a minute. Yes, here it is. The bunk room, one specimen, Pan troglodytes.
What?
Pan troglodytes. Nickname, Muggs.
That sounds worse than a gorilla.
That, TJ, is a harmless little chimpanzee being shipped to a Venusian zoo.
Harmless little? Did you see him?
Now, TJ, you're not afraid of a little chimp.
Me? Afraid? Yeah. You go on and lash him down.
No, I'm sorry. You're going to have to do this yourself. I have to go heat up the reactors.
Well, that's peachy. I'll wait. I'm in no hurry.
Yeah, but Captain Strong won't. Remember what he said about sticking to the schedule on the 2nd? Now tell me, TJ, who would you rather face again? The skipper or the chimp? Spoken like a true spaceman. Be my guest.
Nice chimp. It's him. See that nice little one? I'm going to put this pretty little strap on.
Hello, TJ. Check in, will you?
Yeah, what do you want?
Listen, haven't you got that chimp secured yet?
Oh, I just finished blasting. I'll get up to the radar bridge right away.
No, stay there. Lash yourself into your bunk. We're 3 minutes behind schedule now, and we can't lose any more time.
Okay, Tom.
Astro, you ready?
All set, Tom.
All right. Energize cooling pumps.
Cooling pumps. Aye.
Feed reactant.
Reactant feeding at D9 rate.
Switch in to gyros.
Gyros on.
Blast off. -5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, fellas. We've cleared ionosphere. Gravity generators are on. Stand by at stations and maintain standard watch procedure. Let's try to make this operation perfect.
Captain Strong to Rocket Cruiser Polaris. Check in.
Rocket Crew Cruiser Polaris, Cadet Corbett here.
Cadet Corbett, am I to understand that you and your crew like being earthbound?
Earthbound, sir?
Well, you hung on to it 4 minutes longer than you should have.
Oh, I'm sorry, Captain Strong.
I don't want excuses. I want results. Now, you make up that 4 minutes before you reach Space Beacon 12.
Well, that'll be easy, Captain. As a matter of fact, we can deliver this whole cargo ahead of schedule.
You
Right.
will not get ahead or behind the schedule, Corbett. You'll fly exactly on the schedule. You're going to learn discipline if I have to keep you on that freight run until you're ready to graduate. End transmission.
Yes, sir. End transmission.
Am I wrong, or Captain Strong sound just a little bit hot under the collar?
Very funny. But nothing else better go wrong, or he'll make it hot for us. Listen, where's TJ?
He's still below, I guess.
He's got to astrogate a new heading for us as soon as we cross the lunar orbit.
We better call him up here, then.
Yeah. Hello, TJ.
Yeah, Tom, go ahead.
Look, what's taking you so long? Get up on the bridge.
Oh, give me a chance, will you? I just unstrapped myself from the bunk.
Oh. Well, listen, be sure and secure the door after you've released that chimp.
You released him? What for? Why don't we just leave him strapped in the bunk?
Because the trip is too long and we have to deliver him in good condition. Now let him go.
Aw, Tom.
That's an order.
Yes, sir.
Hey, getting kind of tough, aren't we?
Well, I have to now, Astro. I don't want any more trouble on this trip. Least of all from TJ Thistle.
Now listen, you dehydrated ape. You'll give me any more trouble, you won't be sent to a Venusian zoo. You're gonna be stuffed, sent to a Venusian museum.
Now? Now, there's Luna, Tom, coming up to starboard. We'll cross her orbit in about 3 minutes.
Now, what in blazes is that little monkey doing?
Which one? TJ or the chimp?
Go on, joke. But you try to explain it to Captain Strong the next time he calls.
Not me. He's lost his sense of humor.
Hello, TJ. Check in. TJ, come in, will you?
Hey, listen, TJ, you want to be grounded for the rest of your life? Maybe there's something wrong.
Well, something better be. Because if he's just fooling around, something is going to be wrong with him.
I better go below and check.
Wait, I'm going to put the ship on automatic, and I'll go down there with you. Come on.
Hey, Tom, look, the door's wide open.
Oh, I told TJ to keep it locked. Now, can't he do anything right?
Maybe there is something wrong. Come on.
Right.
Well,
the chimp now. I wonder where TJ is. Very funny, very funny.
TJ, what happened?
Oh, that blasted ape. As soon as I took the straps off him, he started wrestling with me. Next thing I know, I was all tangled up in here. Now get me out of here, will you?
Oh, no, wait a minute, Tom. Let's leave him there. The chimp can plot the headache.
Oh, Astro,
Come on, Astro. This is no time to kid around. Help me get him out of here. Or we'll all be monkeys in Captain Strong's book. All right, TJ. You get up to that radar bridge fast and plot that heading.
Right. Hey, what about the chimp?
Well, you look for him below. I'll see if I can locate him up topside.
Okay. Hey, that's a distress alert.
Somebody's in trouble.
Come on. Hey, wait a minute. That's our signal.
What?
Are you sure? Well, don't you think I know what my own gear sounds like? That's our...
We're in trouble? That chimp. He must be up on the radar bridge.
Brother, and every ship in the area is getting that signal.
And what's worse, so is Captain Strong. Let's go.
Captain Strong, to rocket cruiser Polaris, your distress alert received. 6 ships are converging on your position. What is your trouble? Captain Strong, to rocket cruiser Polaris, can you hear me? Acknowledge, please. Acknowledge. Captain Strong to Polaris, can you read me? What's the trouble? Check in, Polaris.
Look, cut off that alarm. Quick.
Hello, Polaris. Strong to Polaris.
Well, answer him, TJ.
Answer him. What'll I say?
Tell him the truth.
That's all we can do.
And have the whole cadet corps pointing at us as the guys who have made monkeys out of by a monkey?
Hello, Polaris. Check in.
Well, have you got any better ideas?
Well, I have the reputation. I may as well earn it. Rocket cruiser Polaris, Cadet Thistle here.
Well, and what's wrong? What's the trouble?
There's really no trouble, sir.
No trouble? I could hear that without the audio receiver.
Whoa. Well, you see, sir...
Yes, Cadet Thistle, I see what?
I stumbled and accidentally set off the alert, sir. That's all that happened.
You stumbled.
Yes, sir.
And that's all?
Yes, sir.
6 ships have changed course and are converging on your position. Every solar guard and space station on Earth, Mars, and Venus are on the alert, and that's all that happened? You stumbled?
Yes, sir.
Is Cadet Corbett there, please?
Yes, sir.
And Cadet Astro?
Every member of the crew is present and accounted for, sir.
Well, that's nice, because I want everyone on board that ship to hear this. For the rest of the trip, I'm going to have a radar scanner on you every minute of the time. Is that clear? And if there's one more deviation from standard operating procedure, one more accident, one more stumble, so help me, I'll tie rockets to the 3 of you and blast you out of the academy. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
All right, in plain, simple language, and this is an order. There will be no more funky shines on that ship and transmission.
Well, you sure picked the right word. Monkey shines.
Tom, we've got to find that chimp.
And how? Look, TJ, you chart that new heading. Astro and I are going to below to find that monkey, and as soon as you're done, you come down and help us.
What with the rings of Saturn? Bugs. You got the controls. No.
Come on, we've got to stop him. He'll wreck the ship. Hurry!
Captain Strong,
Wait a minute, he's seeing what's happening. Why should I think... Boy,
Captain Strong to rocket cruiser Polaris, check in.
Why does everything happen to me? Rocket cruiser Polaris, Cadet Thistle here.
Cadet Thistle, according to my telescanner, the Polaris is now indulging in space acrobatics. And I don't recall that being included in your flight orders. I won't even bother to ask you why or how it happened. I just want you to know that from now on...
Not a sign of that chimp anywhere, Tom. Did he do much damage up here?
Plenty.
Hey, what are you cutting the engines for?
Because our steering vanes are jammed.
Oh, great. Oh, he really did a job on us. What are we going to do now?
Well, we'll have to report it to Captain Strong and get some help.
Oh, spaceman's luck, pal.
Thanks.
And another thing, Thistle. I will not accept
explanations or excuses. I'm blasting off to meet you when you land at Venus, and if you are 1 second late, don't bother landing at all.
This I can't report. Busted steering vanes, a monkey loose on the ship, and the skipper down on our necks. Oh, brother. And he wanted to restrict us to a nice, simple cargo.
We'll be back soon with the rest of today's exciting adventure. But first, let's see what Casey and Candy are cooking up for us today. It's going to be caramel sauce on ice cream and cake sandwiches. Just like this. They look like a party, they taste like a party. And here's how you can fix them at your house. Now, for the caramel sauce, put 28 Kraft caramels, that's half a pound, in the top of the double boiler. And then add half a cup of water or milk. Casey is using water here. Now, you'd better ask Mother to do this. Put the double boiler on the stove and stir the caramels over boiling water till they're melted. And you have a smooth, luscious caramel sauce like this. For the sandwiches, you need squares of yellow or white cake split in half crosswise, you see? Mother could make this from a package of cake mix. Maybe you could even do it yourself. Then put a slice of vanilla ice cream between the 2 slices of cake. That's the way. Then pour that scrumptious Kraft caramel sauce over the top. The sauce can be used hot or cold. It's wonderful either way. Kraft caramels taste wonderful anyhow, whether you make them into sauce or eat them plain. Yes, they're really delicious. Why don't you ask Mother to put Kraft Dairy Fresh caramels on her shopping list? And remind her if she forgets, because the whole family will enjoy rich, chewy, soft Kraft caramels.
Okay, Tom, I'm ready.
Good. Well, we have an excellent chance of making it to Venus on time anyway.
Yeah, if we don't have any more trouble with that monkey.
No sign of him, huh?
Well, I didn't really have time to look. I had to suit up. I figured our first job was to go down and fix the steering vanes.
Where do you jokers think you're going?
Outside to try and clean up that steering vane jam.
Well, what about Muggs?
You'll have to find him, TJ.
Chicken?
What?
Well, you take the easy job and stick me with the tough one. Yeah, just like you let me take that beating from Captain Strong.
I'm sorry about that, TJ. I know it was rough. We heard part of it over the intercom.
Oh, you didn't hear the half of it. My ears will never be the same.
Well, don't worry, TJ. We're going to get to Venusport on time.
We better. And I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm not going to write that report. You are.
What report?
Captain Strong wants a written report of this whole trip. Everything that's happened while we've been out here. And this is for the records, our records.
Oh, boy. He's really steaming, huh?
Yeah. Well, let's take care of first things first. Come on, Astro.
Right. Oh, look, TJ. Find that monkey and lock him up as soon as you can.
Well, suppose I can't.
Keep him away from the controls and off the power deck. Now, look, we're going to be working out near the exhaust tubes. If the reactors are started while we're out there, goodbye us.
Yeah, don't worry about him. I'll take care of him. Now, get going, will you?
See you later, TJ.
Hey, Muggs, you up there? Hey, Champ. Hey, Muggs. Here, Chimp. Yeah, Chimp. Chimp. Yeah, Chimp. Here, Muggs. I'm not going to hurt you. This is your old pal, TJ. Where are you little space crawler?
Hello, TJ. Check in.
Yeah, Tom, go ahead.
Have you found Muggs yet?
No, I'm working my way through the ship. I'm on the radar bridge now. He's not here, so I'm heading below.
Okay. But hurry it up, will you? The longer that chip is on the loose, the more damage you can cause.
Yeah, don't I know it. Hey, listen, how are you doing?
All right. We're at the stern now. Astro's just climbed down into the exhaust.
Well, how long do you think it's going to take you to fix those vanes?
Oh, it depends on the amount of damage done, TJ. Look, knock it off now and look for that chimp. I'll check with you later.
Okay, Tom.
How's it look down there, Astro?
Not as bad as I thought, Tom. The starboard steering vane is jammed against the one next to it. Hand me that number 3 Phillips, will you?
Sure. Got it here? There. Good. Listen, how long do you think it'll take you to clear it up?
Only a minute or so.
Can I help?
No, thanks. It'd be a lot easier if I worked in here alone.
Say, wait a minute. Maybe you better wait until TJ finds that chimp.
Oh, that's all right. I checked the power deck before I came out. He wasn't down there. Anyhow, we don't have any time to waste. Here goes.
Right. Astro?
Yeah, Tom?
How's it going?
Fine. Be back out in a second.
Good.
Hello, Tom. Check in.
Yes, TJ. Did you find him?
No, I'm getting a little worried.
Why?
Well, I've checked every place with the power deck, so we must be there.
Power deck? Hey, listen.
Jumping Jupiter, what's that?
The generator. He's starting the reactors. Astro, get out of there quick.
You're back.
TJ, get down there and stop him.
I'm on my way.
Come on, Astro, hurry.
Coming.
Those will fire in less than 30 seconds. Get clear.
Hello, Tom. Astro. Tom, check in.
Yes, TJ.
Are you okay?
Yeah, we're all right. Astro got clear just in time. We're standing on the stabilizer.
Well, how about the steering fans?
Well, they're all fixed now.
Good.
Listen, we're coming in. Have you found that chimpanzee yet?
No, but I'm going to right now. Where are you, you blasted excuse for an ape? There you are. Okay, Muggs. This is where we get even.
I don't believe it. It's just not possible. How could all these things go wrong on a simple little cargo voyage? And as for this report, I cannot make either head or tail of it. Not in this opening sentence. All of our troubles started when part of the cargo escaped from the bunk room. Now, how can a cargo escape?
Well, sir, that's why I requested permission to deliver this report in person. We didn't want to go into too much detail for the record.
And why not?
Well, sir, it's a little easier to show you, to tell you. Muggs.
What in the university? Pan troglodytes, sir.
Yeah, he got loose again, sir. See what we mean?
That's the reason why we didn't try to explain it over the audio receiver, sir. We didn't quite want the whole Solar Guard to know that a monkey was making monkeys out of it.
Do you mean that he sent out the distress alert?
That's right, sir.
And he put the ship through all those space acrobatics?
Yes, sir, and a great deal more.
And I didn't quite know how to enter him, sir, in the report.
Oh, yes, the report.
Report.
Yes. Under the circumstances, I think it would probably be best if we just didn't submit it.
Didn't submit it, sir?
No, because you see, well, Commander Arkwright might see it, and he'd ask some embarrassing questions. I mean, they'd be embarrassing even for me.
Yes, sir.
It sure would, sir.
Oh, very embarrassing, sir.
All right, you win. But don't let this be an excuse for any future blackjetting. Now, if you get out of line once more, so help me, I'll put him in command of the Polaris.
Of Kraft Caramels take you to the world beyond tomorrow. Don't forget to be with us for the exciting adventure of Tom Corbett, Space Cadet. Starring Frankie Thomas and featuring Al Markham and Jack Grimes. This has been a Rock Hill production, presented by Kraft Caramels.
Hello there. Time for Two Truths and a Lie, in which I will tell you two truths and one lie, and you must guess the lie. And tonight it's all about Tom Corbett, Space Cadet. First, the phrase blast off originated with this television program. Second, this program was based on the Robert Heinlein book, Space Cadet. Third, the uniforms worn by the officers in this show were reused from the 1950 cliffhanger serial Flying Disc Man from Mars. There you have it. We'll tell you the lie by the end of our double feature. Good luck.
Position noted and approved. Use your destructo ray.
We're heading in at once.
Wagner's closing in.
Zarkov, we've got to signal him somehow. He'll shoot us down.
They're spreading out to trap us between them.
Open on them.
Like that and we're finished.
I have an idea.
What are you trying to do?
Sending him a dot and dash code. Bear and I worked it out together.
Slim chance.
Yes, but our only one.
They still won't surrender. Reload. Wait, hold that fire. Not aimed at us, it's a code. This is Flash, Gordon, and Dr. Zarkov. Cease firing. Prepare the magnetic grapple for transfer. I'll answer with the rocket exhaust.
Flash, you've done it. They're answering.
Baron's in that ship, all right.
Easy now. Reduce speed.
They're going to grapple and transfer us.
You're right, Flash. They're coming about.
Stand by the transfer port.
Zarkov, turn on the power for the load coil so we'll draw together. I'll stand by the emergency hatch. Let you know when we're in line, over.
why, Flash, I've no idea. Why didn't you radio me when we first attacked you?
Our radio was out of commission. You did the natural thing.
Oh, I'm gonna kill you all.
Prince, I have learned from Carm that Ming is preparing another terrible weapon to destroy the world. We must return at once to your palace and prepare to combat it.
Cast off the Ming ship!
It's taken you a long time to fashion 6 zotronilium projectiles.
All work yet to be done in complete vacuum, sire. The smallest amount of oxygen touching that metal would have ignited it and burned us alive.
Your Majesty means to attack the Earth at once? No, we'll first test the projectiles on Prince Baron's kingdom of Aboria.
Aboria, sire? The Aborian forests are the source of all the fine timber in Mongo. One projectile dropped there.
Yes, I understand. The projectile will only be dropped in the barren sections of Aboria. The Prince will have warning to watch their effect and contemplate what will happen in case I direct them against his palace.
Your pardon, sire, but surely you don't mean to destroy Aboria? Why, the Princess Ora, your daughter, is there, and...
My erring daughter deserves no consideration. However, I suppose she must be removed. You're keeping secret communication with my daughter's attendant, Lady Sonia?
Yes, sire, by means of the birds.
Good. I'll give you a message for her.
I hope your Highness will pardon the delay.
Of course. But for you, Sonia, neither Prince Baron nor myself would have realized the dire needs of some of our tenants.
Everything is in readiness, Your Highness.
Whom are we to call on today, Sonia?
If it please your Highness, a poor family of woodcutters. They live in the Red Forest.
Then it's off to the Red Forest we go.
Former Highness, I've returned safely with our guests.
Her Highness went to the Red Forest some hours ago to visit a poor tenant in distress. Lady Sonia and Captain Turin accompanied her.
Very well. Let me know the moment you return.
Yes, Your Highness.
Kiddish, my head scientist. His knowledge is fairly extensive in the field of rare metals.
Is there something I can do to aid Your Highness?
Yes, Kiddish. Ming is threatening the planet Earth with a new weapon. The Earth people here are anxious to uncover all they can concerning it. Well, I have other matters to attend to, so I'll leave you here.
Thank you, Baron. Tell me, sir, what do you know of zotronilium?
Zotronilium, sometimes called the fire metal. Traces of it have been found with the spectroscope on some of the dead suns of the polar galaxy.
Tell me, what are some of its outstanding reactions?
When exposed to oxygen, this metal burns with the heat of the sun.
Do you know of any way of extinguishing the fire once the metal starts burning?
Nothing will put it out. But you have no cause for alarm. There's no zotronilium to be found on Mongo.
You're wrong. Ming possesses a formula for making unlimited quantities of it. And he plans to fire huge projectiles of it into the Earth.
The planet Earth would be burned to ashes.
Not only that, but enough of it would burn all the oxygen out of the atmosphere.
There must be some defense against it.
We know of none.
Then we must find one. Assemble all the thermoelectronic apparatus you have. We must prepare at once for an exhaustive experimentation.
I wonder if we should have come, Sonia. You know, Prince Baron and his friends are on a dangerous mission. I think I should have stayed at the castle.
Your Highness becomes too domesticated. If men will go and fight, there's no reason why we should mope at home.
My theory of
Flash, Zarkov, look here. This radio message from Emperor Ming was just handed to me. Prince Baron, you presently will have a demonstration of the means at my command to punish your allegiance to my enemies, the Earthmen. When you see your wastelands burn, think what will happen to your castle and your forests.
He means to use zotronillium, the fire metal, against Arborea.
How long before you can complete your defense, Doctor?
Well, thanks to the years spent by Professor Carm in developing his contra-thermal defense theory, I can complete the machine to dispense it in a day, perhaps 2.
At least 2.
There'll be enough time, Doctor. I know my crafty father-in-law. He's bluffing. He wouldn't dare attack Arborea while his daughter is here.
Prince Baron! Your Highness! The Princess Aura has just been abducted by soldiers of Ming. The lady, Sonia, led us into an ambush. I did what I could. My position at once.
Go ahead with the thermal machine, Doctor. Don't worry, Baron. We'll help you and Aura out of this mess. Somehow.
I demand to know why I am being held prisoner.
When you and your husband, Prince Baron, chose to ally yourself with the Earthmen, you became my enemies. And must take the consequences.
You dare to tamper with my attendants, to send this slinking cat Sonia to worm her way into my confidence. And you, Captain Torch, you bloody-handed murderer, to lay hands upon royalty. Mark my words, you two shall pay for this when Prince Baron and Flash Gordon...
Yes,
Sire, we have intercepted a radio message from Prince Baron to his patrol ships.
Yes?
All patrol ships. The Emperor Ming is about to attempt destruction of Arborea by means of fiery projectiles. Dr. Zarkov has devised means of counteracting this murderous attack. Inform me at once location of any of these projectiles, and steps will be taken to extinguish fire. Signed, Baron.
There's the answer to your threats. The Earthmen have beaten you once. They'll beat you again.
Take her to the women's quarters. Sonia, Torch.
Sire.
Your Majesty.
You have done well and will be rewarded. But I have another task for you.
We're ready, sire.
Whatever means Zarkov has of extinguishing our projectiles must be carried to the spot of conflagration. Information as to location must come from Baron's laboratory. Now you're to proceed at once to Arborea, destroy Prince Baron's radio station, thus preventing these messages from being sent.
It shall be done, sire.
Now listen, Flash, and get this clear, for all our lives may depend upon it. You know I've got to stay here and direct you where the projectiles fall.
Go ahead, Doctor.
By turning this dial, you will envelop your ship with contra-thermal wave that'll protect you from the extreme heat.
I see.
One of these units must be placed by you close to Ming's projectile when it falls. Dale understands how to protect you while you accomplish this. Ronald will run the ship.
Thank you, sir.
We'll go and get ready, Zarkov.
All right, men. Get these instruments down to the ship.
Flash Gordon calling Prince Baron.
It's probable Ming is aware of what we're doing and will attempt to prevent us sending word to Flash.
I have anticipated that, Your Highness. Patrol ships are in the vicinity and will attack any Ming ship that approaches.
Flash Gordon calling Prince Baron. Flash Gordon calling Prince Baron.
Yes, Flash?
We're over the Cauldron Wastelands, Baron. Ready for action. No sign of enemy activity.
Maintain your present circuit. Dr. Zarkov will give you the exact information the moment the projectile strikes.
Good. We'll be ready. Prepare the first projectile. Yes, sir. The projectile is ready to be fired, Your Majesty. Has the range been calculated? Yes, sir. The dial readings are 16, 44, 336. We'll alter the range every 20 minutes. Those who dared to balk me in my determination to conquer the universe.
The flash is terrible.
Ming's first messenger of death.
There! One has already struck. Locate the exact point where it fell. I'll get flash.
Yes, Doctor, we saw it and felt it pass. I got it. 30 miles due west from here. First projectile, 30 miles due west from here. Change your course accordingly. Yes, sir. I'll get the fire suit. We're getting close.
I'll turn on the counter-thermal waves.
It's no use, Flash. You can't live in this heat. After all, this wasteland's of no value.
Unless that blaze is extinguished, it'll burn up all the oxygen in the air. Stifle thousands of people. Ronald, I must go.
I know you can do it, Flash.
Good girl.
It works. The counter-thermal ray is protecting him.
overloaded and burnt out of connection.
They're ready, folks.
For refreshment that is great.
If it's early or it's late,
It's Orange Crush,
Orange Crush, the drink that's extra good.
fresh fruit flavor.
That's for me, it tastes better.
Naturally,
Orange Crush,
get some right away.
Visit our refreshment stand right away for delicious Orange Crush and all kinds of good things to eat.
You can park a Vespa motor scooter in places that don't exist. It'll give you 125 miles to the gallon. The Vespa engine has only 3 moving parts. A tune-up costs $6. If you want a city car, you don't want a car. You want a Vespa. One of those little things that buzz by when you're stuck in traffic.
Oh, boy, popcorn and candy bars and ice cream and, oh, boy, sparkling ice-cold Coca-Cola. Oh, boy, that tastes good. Have you been to the refreshment counter?
Remember, your favorite snack will taste especially good with world-famous ice-cold Coca-Cola.
There's nothing like a county fair to get you thirsty. And here's the beer worth getting thirsty for. Budweiser. It has a taste, it has a drinkability, it has a smoothness that only Beechwood aging can deliver. So, get thirsty. Budweiser's the best reason in the world to drink beer. I can tell you, Budweiser is the best reason in the world to drink beer.
Hello there. Time for some words about some of the cast and crew of the television shows on this double feature. Let's start with Tom Corbett, Space Cadet. Tom was played by none other than Frankie Thomas. This was the role that he made him famous, and he was best known for this role, although he had done many other films and television shows before this. And oddly enough, he's mostly remembered for Tom Corbett. He did all 89 episodes of Tom Corbett, Space Cadet. Yet he was in another show called First Love that hardly anyone remembers, and he was in over 350 episodes of that. But again, everyone remembers him as Tom Corbett, even to the point that he was buried in his Tom Corbett uniform. That's true. He was also in many of the Nancy Drew films, and he was in A Woman to Remember, another, well-known film of its time. Jack Grimes plays TJ, the wacky comedy bit in this episode. He did a lot of voice work on Star Blazers, The Adventures of Batman, The New Adventures of Superman. He was the voice of Jimmy Olsen in both of those shows. He was also Chim Chim, the voice of Chim Chim on the American version of Speed Racer. Ed Bryce plays Captain Strong. He was in a lot of soap operas, As the World Turns, Another World, and The Guiding Light. Carter Blake, who plays Commander Arkwright, this was his main role. He did nothing after this in television or film. The writer of this episode was Palmer Johnson. He wrote episodes of Hawaii Five-0, The Rifleman, Bonanza, Wild Wild West. But again, Frankie Thomas was the star of this show and was best known as Tom Corbett. Now let's move on to Space Patrol, also known as Planet Patrol. The director, Frank Goulding, he was a short-time director, did most of his work in film on sound editing, and he did sound editing on The Gamma People, which I've hosted, When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth, Hands of the Ripper, and The Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires, a fun vampire/kung fu film from Hammer. I highly recommend you check that out. Now, Roberta Lee, she was the writer and creator of Space Patrol, and she made a lot of television shows for children, lots of fun animated shows and shows with puppets, such as The Solar-Nauts, Torchy, The Battery Boy, that was about a mechanical boy with a flashlight on his head, Wonder Boy and Tiger, Sarah and Hoppity. Arthur Provis, he was the writer and co-producer and cinematographer of this episode. He did visual effects on Heavy Metal, believe it or not. Murray Cash, he was the voice of Colonel Rayburn, and he had bit parts in Gorgo and Thunderball. Ronnie Stevens, he was most of the voices that you hear in this episode of Space Patrol. He is the voice of Husky and Slim and Professor Haggerty and the President of Mars. And he was in films like Morons from Outer Space and Goodbye, Mr. Chips. Carry On Cruising, a lot of comedies, those magnificent men in their flying machines, things like that. Dick Vosberg, he was the voice of Captain Dart and Professor Zephyr in this episode. He was in a couple episodes of Monty Python's Flying Circus. He was in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe as the old professor, and a lot of British television comedies. And then Libby Morris is the voice of both Maria and Cassiopeia in this episode. We hope you are enjoying our latest double feature. We'll get right back to it after this word from our sponsor.
Remember how you used to love homemade fudge? Today, hardly anyone makes fudge, but Kraft's good cooks make fudgies, chocolate and vanilla. And they taste homemade because Kraft makes them the way you would, with pure sugar. Kraft fudgies are creamy smooth and rich, so good kids love them. And so pure, they're just the kind of candy you want children to have. Remember, your shopping isn't done till you get some food for fun. Take home Kraft fudgies, good like all Kraft foods.
Even though I've been working on Mars for a year, I still can't get over how different the sky looks from here. It's odd to see 2 moons every night.
It's only strange because you're an Earthman.
Professor Zephyr, I've located a comet. It's between us and Jupiter.
Is it a large one?
The biggest I've ever seen. It's entering the asteroid belt.
Let me see it for myself. It looks to me as if the comet's going to hit one of the asteroids. It has hit it.
Oh, well, the excitement's ended for one evening.
That comet hit the asteroid with such force it might have knocked it out of its orbit.
Would that matter?
It means the asteroid would follow a different path round the sun.
You sound worried, Professor.
I have a strange feeling that you'd better check the new orbit the asteroid has taken.
I can't. Our computer is being serviced.
Then beam a message to Earth and ask Space Headquarters to check it.
Marla,
Yes, Colonel Rayburn?
why in space have I been sent this information about an asteroid? I'm head of the United Galactic Organization, not a stargazer.
The communication to which you allude is from a friend of yours, Professor Zephyr.
Old Zeph! Why didn't you say so before? Now, why would he send me this stuff about an asteroid?
He thinks it's important.
Well, you'd better do what he wants. Get a complete forecast on the asteroid's new path. Jump to it, Marla.
With alacrity, Colonel.
I don't like the look of this. No wonder Zeph sent me that message. Marla, I want to know where the asteroid will be when Mars is at the height of its northern midsummer.
I'll ask Space Survey to put it on your screen.
Good. Then come in. As I thought. The asteroid's dead set to hit Mars 7 months from now. Do you know what that means, Marla?
Yes, Colonel. Devastation.
7 months from now, Wotan, the Martian capital, will be blown sky high.
Is the asteroid big enough to do so much damage?
It's 50 miles in diameter, and it's approaching Mars at 18 miles per second. It'll pack a punch equivalent to 300 megatons of explosive.
Nothing will be left of Wotan.
We've got to find a way of stopping the asteroid from hitting Mars. Marla, will you get me...
Professor Haggerty? Of course I will, Colonel.
Now, how in space did you know I wanted to talk to him?
A Venusian has the facility to anticipate what her employer wants.
I suppose on Venus there's no such thing as a dumb blonde.
That is quite correct, Colonel. And now I will call Professor Haggerty for you.
I'm sure my experiment is going to work after all. Come over here, Cassipier, and look at it.
What is it, Pop?
It's a special kind of Rhode Island hen which I've made. And don't call me Pop.
Sorry, I forgot. What's so special about this hen?
It lays square eggs. That'll make them much easier to pack. The farmers will be delighted.
Honestly, you and your inventions.
Well, I can't be a serious scientist all the time. I must have a bit of relaxation.
Colonel Rayburn calling Professor Haggerty.
Switch on the video screen, Cassipier.
Yes, Pop. And I wish you'd call me Cassie.
I need your help, Professor. An asteroid is heading towards Mars, and we've got to find a way of stopping it.
I'm a scientist, Colonel. How can I help you with this?
I don't know. I was hoping you'd come up with some crazy Irish idea.
Well, I'll do my best. My name is not Aloysius O'Brien O'Rourke Haggerty for nothing. The asteroid is getting closer to us, and there's still no news from the United Galactic Organization.
I think it will be advisable to tell the president to evacuate the capital.
He wants to wait until the last moment. He's afraid the people might panic.
Professor Haggerty wishes to talk to you, Colonel.
Put him on the screen, please.
I'm sorry, Colonel, but this asteroid has me beaten. I can't think of a single way of stopping it.
Oh, well, it was just a try. We've had the top brains on Earth, Mars, and Venus working on the problem, and none of them have come up with an answer.
I'm deeply sorry. Still, I'm a scientist, not a demolition man. And demolition? I've just thought of something.
What? Come on, Haggerty, out with it.
Do you have a space patrol crew willing to risk their lives to save the Martian capital?
All my space crews are willing to give their lives in the course of duty.
Very well, then. Here's what I think we can do.
After going through space in a galasphere, it certainly makes a change to drive through the city in a monobile.
I prefer the galasphere.
Well, you better tell Rayburn you don't want your leave. I'm sure he'd be delighted to send you out with another space patrol crew.
You are joking, Captain. This is the first leave we have had in a whole year, and I am going home to Venus. Would you care to accompany me?
Well, thanks for the offer, Slim, but for the next 8 weeks, all I intend to do is take it easy and fish. But why don't you come fishing with me?
I do not like fish.
Well, you don't have to eat them.
Then there is no point in catching them.
Ah, you Venusians are so logical.
You are wanted on the radio phone.
There's no peace for the wicked. Captain Larry Dart here. Who's calling?
This is a robot control at Space Headquarters. Please report to Colonel Rayburn immediately.
But he sent me on leave.
I am sorry. Please report to Colonel Rayburn immediately.
You know what he wants to see me about?
I do not know. Please report to Colonel Rayburn.
There's one thing I don't like about robots. You can't argue with them.
You cannot argue with Rayburn either. And I have a feeling he will be canceling our leave.
I've got the same feeling. You better go to the restroom and wait for me there.
There's one thing I like about Earth, and that's the food. If only they knew how to make Martian sausages. Still, I'll soon be home on Mars and eating as many sausages as I like.
I regret to say that might not be true, Husky. By this time tomorrow, you will probably be in the galasphere again.
Don't be ridiculous. We're on leave.
I think our leave is being cancelled. Colonel Rayburn has asked to see Dart.
If Dart's going on another mission, he'll have to go without me. Ah, Captain, is it true our leave's been cancelled?
It hasn't been cancelled, Husky, but there's a special job to do, and Rayburn's asked me if I'd volunteer for it.
Did you volunteer?
Yes, I did.
What sort of job?
Blowing up an asteroid.
Who'd want to bother blowing up an asteroid? They don't do any harm.
This one is heading straight for the capital of Mars.
What? My capital? Then I'm coming with you.
What about your leave? I thought you wanted it.
How can I care about leave at a time like this?
What about it, Slim? You want me to find somebody to take your place?
That is a suggestion of nonsensical import. Where you and Husky go, I will go too.
Good. I'd feel lost without hearing your slangy way of talking. Now, you both wait here till I contact you. I'm going to Rayburn's office for my final briefing.
Go on, Husky. You had better finish the rest of the food. In the galasphere, we only have space rations.
I don't want any food. Thinking about that asteroid has made me lose my appetite.
Professor Sepper, Earth is calling you on the sonar beam.
At last. Well, Colonel, what news?
There's only one way of stopping the asteroid. We must blow it up.
Blow it up? But that's impossible.
It's the only way. My best space patrol crew have volunteered to try and explode the asteroid before it reaches you. If they can't pull it off, no one can.
Everyone on Mars will be trying for their success.
This is it, Dart. If you fail, the whole of O10 will be destroyed, and 1 million people will be homeless.
I know that, sir.
I don't just want you to blow up the asteroid. You've got to destroy it completely.
Why?
Even small pieces of it can do damage if they fall on Mars.
I'll make sure nothing's left of the asteroid.
Good. You'll need a load of dynamite, so you'll have to tow it along in a space freighter.
Do we pick the freighter up from the moon?
We don't keep explosives on the moon. You'll have to take it from here.
Pulling a freighter out of Earth's gravity will slow our galasphere.
It can't be helped.
The freight ship has been loaded, Colonel Rayburn. It is linked to Galasphere 347 and is ready for takeoff.
Well, Colonel, I'm off.
Goodbye, Dart, and good luck.
You check off first, Slim.
Galasphere 024 calling Central Control. Closing inner vacuum door.
Central Control to Galasphere 024. Inner vacuum door now closed.
Primary drive functioning.
Check.
Orbital drive on.
Check.
Interplanetary overdrive on. Everything's ready, Captain.
Fine. Husky?
Orbital speed 0 to 20,000 miles an hour.
Speed maintained.
Scanner viewer working.
Check.
Astro beam working.
Check.
Gamma rays on. Yoba rays on. All in order, Captain. I'm ready.
Thanks. Galasphere 024 to Central Control. Ready for final check. Automatic course control on.
Check.
Gravity freezing cabin on.
Check.
Meson power on.
All in order. Ready to lift.
Takeoff program starting now.
Do you think Captain Dart and his crew will be successful?
They have a 50-50 chance. It won't be difficult to plant the explosives on the asteroid. The main thing is for them to do it before it's too late.
Space headquarters are flashing us, Captain.
Colonel Rayburn here.
Galasphere 347 receiving you. Come in, please.
There's been no word from you since takeoff. Why the silence?
Nothing to report, sir. We're cruising at 500,000 miles an hour.
Increase your speed. The asteroid's getting closer to Mars with every second. There's no time to waste.
Every time I look out, the asteroid grows bigger.
The Space Patrol won't reach it for another 12 hours. Why don't you rest, Professor?
I can't. The President is coming to see me.
Do you think Colonel Rayburn's scheme will work?
I have grave doubts. An asteroid is not an easy thing to blow up.
And then I will order Wotan to be evacuated. If we cannot save the city, we can at least save the people.
There it is. I've sighted the asteroid. What a size.
In space, size cannot be calculated.
We already know this is 50 miles in diameter.
If we have to plant all of it with explosives, we're gonna need 7-league boats.
We'll be using our hover jets for this job.
I've got to tell Rayburn we've sighted the target.
Captain Dart is calling you. Mars has blocked our view of the Galasphere, but we are receiving him on the sonar beam.
We've sighted the asteroid, and we're preparing to land.
Fine. From now on, Mars Observatory will be following you on their screen. Good luck, Dart.
Galasphere rapidly approaching target area. In 1 minute, 32 seconds, we'll go into orbit.
Our speed is cut to a hover, Captain.
Prepare for landing.
Asteroid, here we come. That was a sweet landing. I didn't feel a bump.
That's because there's hardly any gravity.
No atmosphere, no gravity. An asteroid's just a rocky nothing.
I'm going to look around. Stand by till I give the all clear. Everything looks all right, boys? Release the anchor lines on the freighter and come out. We've got to secure it before we can unload the explosives.
Anchor lines released.
I never thought that would happen.
What's wrong, Captain?
There isn't enough gravity to make the lines drop down.
Can't we get up there on the hover jet?
It's too high.
What can we do?
Give me a moment to think.
There isn't much time for thinking. The asteroid is getting nearer and nearer.
There must be some way of pulling the freighter down.
What about using our iron gun?
It's worth a try. It won't work if there's much gravity, but it should be all right here.
I've never used an iron gun, Captain.
They're mostly used in space for getting from one ship to another. There goes Slim now. Hey, take it easy. Don't fire the gun too many times or you'll go past the freighter. I hope Slim hurries. Time's getting short.
Don't remind me. Slim's coming, Captain. It's a good thing Rayburn can't see us on his video screen. He'd be furious at such a waste of time.
The Martian Observatory is watching us, Husky, and that's just as bad.
The space crew have been on the asteroid 2 hours, and they've done nothing.
You saw yourself the trouble they had landing the freight ship.
Even so, they should already be unloading.
They've just begun.
Wonderful, wonderful. The experiment has been a great success, and I got a square egg at last. The trouble is, it's got no yolk, and that's the part everybody likes best. Ah, well, I'll keep on trying.
Professor Zephyr is trying to contact you from Mars, but your video screen is not working.
Of course it's working.
Your video screen is not working. I repeat, not working. I repeat, not working.
If you don't stop repeating yourself, you won't be working in a minute either. You're quite right. I've left the switch off. Sorry about the delay, Zephyr. What did you want to tell me?
I thought you'd like to know that the Galasphere has landed on the asteroid and they have just unloaded the dynamite.
Just unloaded it? What took them so long?
They had trouble with the freighter.
Ha! Sure, and all those space crews have more muscle than brain. They should have had me along to help them.
You should have volunteered to go with them. I'm sure Rayburn would have sent you.
Me? Go up in space? Oh, I was only joking. I get airsick on a hover jet, let alone a Galasphere. But joking apart, I'm worried about the time it's taking Dart to get started. If that asteroid isn't blown up soon, it'll be too late.
That's worrying me, too. If it gets much closer to my planet, the explosion will do almost as much damage as the asteroid itself would have done.
Well, keep me informed how things are getting on.
As we drill a hole, Slim, you plant the explosive.
Dot, look at Mars. It's got bigger.
It is impossible to work any faster.
That's what worries me. This asteroid's made of a rock we've never come across before. The gamma guns can hardly break it up.
Pity we can't plant the explosives on it instead of in it.
We might not destroy the whole of the asteroid that way.
And even a small piece of it could cause a crater a mile wide.
There. Another hole to fill, Slim.
And another.
I wish I'd told Dart to keep in touch with me on the sonar beam.
If they were in difficulties, I'm sure he would notify you.
The last charge is in, Captain.
In a few moments, the asteroid will be disintegrated.
Disintegrated, Husky, disintegrated. I'm setting the fuse to blow 3 minutes from now. You better cast off the freighter. You better go too, Slim.
I will wait for you.
No, you won't. There's something wrong with the fuse, and it might take a while to fix it.
Husky and I will not leave without you.
I'm the captain, and I give the orders. The Galasphere's got to be away from here before the asteroid blows up.
But I...
No, there's no time to argue. Get going. If I don't join you in 3 minutes, take off.
Yes, Captain.
What a time for the fuse to get temperamental. If I can't fix it, I'll have to blow the thing by hand.
2 of the crew are in the galosphere, but the 3rd still on the asteroid.
Something must have gone wrong.
The asteroid will soon be in our atmosphere. It's got to be destroyed now.
2 minutes to go, and it's still not working.
If Dart doesn't return soon, we will have to leave him.
Never. I'll bring him back even if I have to carry him.
You can't. If the timing meter will not work, Dart will blow the fuse by hand. It is his life or the total destruction of your capital.
I would rather a whole city was destroyed than have anything happen to Captain Dart.
So would I. But we have our orders, and so has he. There are 60 seconds to go. Time for takeoff. I am closing outer vacuum door.
Wait. I can hear something.
Hurry. Switch on primary drive.
There is something wrong, Captain. I cannot increase speed.
Switch on meson power.
It is dangerous to use meson power before we go into orbit.
It'll be even more dangerous if we're not away from the asteroid before she blows. Switch on the meson power. We've got 34 seconds to go.
Meson power on.
Our speed is still too slow.
How far do we have to be from the asteroid before we're safe?
If we're anywhere within a 250-mile radius, we'll be blasted out of the skies.
How long before the explosion?
20 seconds.
What can be wrong with the galosphere?
I think we're carrying too much weight.
Then I will go. I am the big one, and if I...
Look, don't be crazy. Your weight's nothing. It's the freighter. Cast it off, Husky.
Why did I not think of that?
The freighter's gone, Captain.
Our speed's rising. Watch the screen. We'll soon be seeing the fireworks.
Mars is safe. Oh, what a relief.
You can say that again.
I will. What a relief. And you know something? I'm hungry.
Galosphere 347 calling Colonel Rayburn, Space Patrol Headquarters. Our mission has been successfully completed, and we're returning to Earth.
He's done it!
Oh, it's failed. It's failed. It'll be killed.
We've overloaded and burned out of connection.
He's alive. He's coming back. Oh, no. No, Ronald, you can't let him go out again.
Wait, Flash. You put that one out of commission. I'll get Zarkov. Calling Prince Baron's palace. Calling Prince Baron's palace.
Oh, Flash.
Calling Prince Baron's palace. Calling Prince Baron's palace.
Dr. Zarkov calling Flash Gordon. Dr. Zarkov answering Flash Gordon.
Hello, Zarkov. Your counter-thermal is a success, sir. We've extinguished the projectile. Let us know where any more of the projectiles fall. It works perfectly. We still have 2 more units.
That's splendid, Flash. 2 more projectiles have fallen. The locations are 2.
Dr. Zarkov! There was an explosion. The connection's gone. Zarkov!
Your Highness, a Ming bomber is over the palace.
Patrols will take care of it. They've been warned.
I'll have this repaired in a moment, Your Highness, if that bomber doesn't score another bullseye.
You made a direct hit zone, close to the wall of the laboratory. I could see the flash when the bomb struck. There's one of Baron's ships coming.
2 more coming in from above. Their surroundings. Zarkov speaking.
Yes, sir. Yes, go ahead, Doctor.
One of Ming's ships have bombed us. The patrols have driven it off.
Good. Now tell us where those projectiles have fallen.
One of the projectiles fell about 30 miles west of...
We're going to crash.
I want to make it look like a crash so they won't follow us down.
A clear hit, Brads. The last shot finished them.
Calling Prince Baron's castle. Calling Prince Baron's castle. Enemy ship met and destroyed. That is all. Tom, get our location. Captain Torch calling Emperor Ming. Captain Torch calling Emperor Ming.
This is the palace of the Emperor.
This is Captain Torch speaking from Arborea. This is of vital importance.
Wait, Captain Torch. Inform His Majesty that Captain Torch is calling from Arborea.
We're
plan is failing. Projectiles are being extinguished as soon as they strike it. Your Majesty must remember that Dr. Zarko is with Prince Baron. The doctor is a clever man. He may have discovered some means of defense against the counteracting force is known only to myself. A new cause. You knew when you were alone in my laboratory with Dr. Zarkov before he escaped. If you have dared betrayed any of my secrets to him, I'll...
Captain Torch is calling from Arboria, Majesty.
Get Arboria. Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Majesty. We bombed Prince Baron's power plant. We were attacked and forced to land.
You have failed. Zarkov is extinguishing our projectiles as fast as they land.
Your Majesty, we dropped the bombs direct.
Get into Prince Baron's castle by any way that you can devise. Learn what the plans are and report to me. The lives of all of you are staked upon this venture.
There's no need of all of us going. The ship has to be repaired before we can make our escape.
That's right. I can repair the damage while you go to the castle.
And you believe this instrument would be effective in an attack upon Ming?
Unquestionably. The difficulty is that in launching its neutralizing cartridge, the gun destroys itself. And the explosion releases a poisonous gas that would destroy all life over a wide area.
Oh, but...
Of course, it would have to be operated by a fuse.
Well, if the gun will do what you claim for it, we'll overcome the objection.
How, Baron?
There's a desolate stretch of uninhabited land to the west of Ming's capital called the Land of the Dead, to which we might transport the gun and direct it upon the castle.
Your Highness's pardon, but would not such a course endanger the life of the Princess Aura?
Thanks for considering the safety of the Princess Rokov, but she's not in immediate danger. Zarkov's instrument, as he explained it, has a powerful magnetic action designed to paralyze Ming's power plant so as to render his ships and guns useless.
Flash! Flash! I just caught part of a message from Ming on this shortwave set.
From Ming?
Well, I'm sure it was the voice of Ming, but I caught only a few words. He said, the lives of all of you are staked upon this venture. I waited, but he said nothing more. Do you think it means that we're to be attacked?
There. He'll know you.
Of course, but I can hold his attention for a moment.
All right. Keep his back to me.
It's necessary that I have orders with Prince Baron at once. I will explain everything to His Highness. Let me...
You'll go as my prisoner? Yes, the prince will see you. If I'm not mistaken, he'll have you hang from the highest turret for the abduction of Princess Aura. Wait.
If Ming is planning an attack, our best defense is to beat him to the punch. If we can place a neutralizer in the Land of the Dead now, at once.
Ming must be keeping a strict guard over Aura, or she would have communicated with us before now. I'll have a ship made ready for the journey.
There's something about this gun destroying itself that I don't understand.
The Emperor will be unable to put his spaceships into the air, nor to maintain contact with those already there. His water supply will be in danger.
Put up your hands, both of you.
What does this mean? You shall be reported.
Just a moment, Professor. This is Captain Torch.
You have good eyes, Roca. Now stand aside while I destroy that deadly machine.
No, no, you shall not destroy it.
Suit yourself. You first, and then the machine.
Your Highness wishes to see me?
Will not stand on ceremony, Father. I demand my instant release and return to Prince Baron's domain.
Since Baron entertains my enemies, the Earthmen, he too becomes my enemy and you a hostage.
Unless you release me at once, Father. Flash Gordon and Dr. Zarkov will return here and pull you from your throne as they did once before.
As they did once before. Yet I still survive, still rule the universe, while they...
Yes, while they...
are at this moment headed for certain destruction and a trap that I have prepared for them. The audience is at an end, Your Highness.
Flash, we're not endangering Aura by turning this machine against Ming's palace, are we?
Why, no, Dale. You see, its purpose is to generate a magnetic influence that will paralyze Ming's power plants and weapons of defense. making it impossible for him to defend himself against an attack.
What will happen to us in this land of the dead that we're heading for?
I've never been there, but I heard tales that at one time it was inhabited by a race of rockmen that long ago passed into oblivion.
Look, a big ship. Ready with the stern rocket gun. Quickly. I think we can beat them off.
No, Flash. We dare not risk being hit. The fate of our boy is in our hands. We'll go into our disappearing screen. Make a long circuit, approaching the land of the dead from the other side.
They've gone, sir. One of Zarkov's disappearing acts again. Take the controls, Tom. Captain Torch calling Emperor Ming. Captain Torch calling Emperor Ming.
All right, Torch. You know their destination. Your speed ship will get you to the land of the dead before them. When they come, destroy their ship. Plant your plastic mine in the vicinity of Giant Dome Rock. It is the only place that Zarkov can direct his new weapon at my palace.
It shall be done, Your Majesty. Set it down on one of those narrow cuts where it will not be visible when Baron's ship arrives. We've got enough Cincinnati there to shatter a continent. We've got to lay this mine and be well into the air before Prince Baron's expedition arrives.
Better place a guard to warn us in case they get here before we're ready to clear out.
I'll watch for their ship from that ledge. It's a desolate place. Well named the land of the dead.
Those rocks ahead must be the Giant's Dome rocks. Set the ship down to them as close as you can.
Yes, sir. One of Ming's latest developments. When the ray reaches number 5, the blast goes off.
Eu ator fui. Ela o é.
This'll make Zarkov's nulla triage useless. All right, men. Cover it up. That's enough. We'll find Sonia and get to the ship.
kind of devils are these?
Not as bad as the one we planted. If they don't get us out of here quick, we'll all be blown at 'em. It's dark.
Yes, it is the giant's dome.
Good. We'll get the nullity on place there at once. Come on, boys.
Not so fast. We must make an inspection first. Discover some cave where we can take refuge from the poisonous gases resulting from the discharge.
That's right, Doctor.
Your Highness, you remain here with Ron while we look things over.
The land of the dead.
This is a dreadful place. Why, those rocks look positively menacing.
Well, let's get going. Ming may attack us before we've accomplished our purpose.
They're right near where we laid the mine.
This is the place.
It isn't so far from the ship. And there are plenty of caves to take shelter in.
We won't have any trouble getting our equipment in here.
Now they might find a timer and stop the explosion.
We hope you have enjoyed our latest double feature. Please feel free to email us your comments about it. Also be sure to check out our Facebook fan page, Weird-O-Rama.com, and our Patreon page if you would like to help donate to the show, and also learn more information about the films that we've shown, the TV shows, other fun things like that. Just go check it out, please. Oh yes, the lie, by the way. The uniforms in Tom Corbett's Space Cadet were not reused from Flying Disc Man from Mars. Sure could have been, though. So, we hope you have enjoyed it. This is Victor von Psychotron telling all of you to stay weird.
$50 don't belong to the bank. It's mine.
It was yours, fat boy.
And as soon as you've got them married, I'll shoot it for you. No charge at all.
Corbett!
Stay there. I'll be back. See that chip? The left, the right, then back. Oh, no. No. Here, look. I remember you. Whoa.
What are you all tied up like that for?
Restrain my enthusiasm.
May we begin now? Do you?
Oh, yes, I do, yes.
Please don't answer till I've asked the question.
We're not selling.
He says he's not selling.
For $10,000?
Huh? Yeah. Huh? I thought you and I made a deal.
Oil!
Hey!
Listen, Sonny, I ain't fixing to marry nobody. Shoot me and get it over with.
That's just the kind of guy you are, huh? If I kill you right now, my sister Mary would live the rest of her life in shame and dishonor. But if I kill you after the wedding, she'll be a respectable widow.
I never laid a hand on your sister.
Anyway, people around here think different, and what's true for them is true for me. So first, I reckon I'm married to her, and then I want to kill you.